This is Engadget. Here's what's happening in the world of technology. Today is September 1st. When Australian woman Theva Manogari Manavil put in a Crypto.com refund request last year, she got far more than she bargained for. Manavil asked for a refund of $100 Australian, now worth around $68 US. Instead, seemingly due to an employee entering her account number into a payment section of a refund form by mistake, the company dropped $10.5 million Australian, $7.2 million US at current exchange rates into her account instead. According to a report from 7 News by way of The Verge, Crypto.com made the overly generous refund in May last year. However, it apparently did not identify the mistake until it carried out an audit in December, 7 entire Gregorian calendar months later. Manavil kept the money and reportedly transferred it to a bank account. A court granted Crypto.com a freeze on the account in February. The Guardian reports that most of the cash had been moved to other accounts by then, but those accounts were later frozen too. That same month, Manavil is said to have spent $1.3 million Australian, approximately $890,000 US, on a 5-bedroom home and transferred ownership of it to her sister. A court has ordered the sale of the property as soon as possible and for the funds to be returned to Crypto.com with interest. The case will return to court in October. Perhaps not too long ago, Crypto.com might have been more willing to write off the refund as a deeply unfortunate mistake, but the cryptocurrency market has been tanking this year, and the company lost $34 million in a January hack. It also laid off hundreds of employees this summer due to the crypto downturn. So it's perhaps not too surprising that Crypto.com is trying to get the money back from Manavil. After all, it has a long-term arena sponsorship deal in Los Angeles, for which it's said to be paying $700 million over 20 years, and a Matt Damon to keep fed. And a serious vulnerability found by Microsoft in the TikTok Android app could have allowed hackers to hijack millions of accounts. On Wednesday, the company's 365 Defender research team detailed a one-click exploit it informed TikTok of in February. The good news is that the social media company promptly patched the vulnerability before today's disclosure, and Microsoft says it has no evidence of someone using it out in the wild. We gave them information about the vulnerability and collaborated to help fix this issue, Microsoft's Tanmay Ganacharya told The Verge. TikTok responded quickly, and we commend the efficient and professional resolution from the security team. According to Microsoft, the vulnerability involved an oversight with TikTok's deep linking functionality. On Android, developers can program their apps to handle certain URLs in specific ways. For instance, when you tap on a Twitter embed in Chrome and the Twitter app automatically opens on your phone as a result, that's an example of the deep linking feature working as intended. However, Microsoft found a way to bypass the verification process TikTok had in place to restrict deep links from executing certain actions. They then discovered they could use that vulnerability to access all the primary functions of an account, including the ability to post content and message other TikTok users. The flaw was present in both global versions of TikTok's Android app. The two releases have more than 1.5 billion downloads between them, meaning the potential impact of someone discovering the vulnerability before it was patched could have been massive. Microsoft recommends all TikTok users on Android download the latest version of the app as soon as they can. More broadly, you can protect yourself in the future from similar exploits by not clicking on sketchy links. It's also good practice to avoid side-loading apps, as you don't know how someone could have altered the APK. If you want to catch the latest tech news as it's happening, check out Engadget.com or tune in again every weekday.
SpokenLayer.